So we got some surprising news regarding League of Legends that I don't think anybody was really expecting. What might be even more surprising, it's actually coming out of Vietnam. So Vietnam's Minister of Culture, Sports, and Tourism has met with higher-ups at Riot Games and a film crew and announced that they are planning a 9-episode live TV series based on League of Legends lore, which, after Arcane, we expected more, right? Riot even announced that they were planning more TV shows, but I think we were expecting more animated series. So the fact that there's going to be a live-action TV series is kind of a surprise to everyone. And does make me a little bit nervous. If you know anything about video game to live action shows, they tend to not go very well. But maybe this one will be different. I like League of Legends, so I hope so. Negotiations are still underway, but they're planning to begin filming in late 2025, which also means you shouldn't expect anything new to come out anytime soon. There's actually a pretty good chance that whatever animated series they have going next will happen before the live action comes out. Because if it's starting in late 2025, maybe we'll get it in 2027. Who knows? Again, there's no big announcements for that yet. But they announced in a Facebook post that they're scouting for different locations, and they've decided to film on Cat Ba, which is a series of 367 isles along Vietnam's southeastern coast. If you know anything about filming here, Vietnam tends to have very heavy regulations for environmental conservationism. So if they're actually picking a location in Vietnam, they must have found a spot they really like. Now, what's important here is that they're picking a series of islands for their filming location. Right, so if you know League of Legends lore, that probably means we're looking at a Bilgewater type series. Maybe Shadow Isles, which their stories tend to be a bit connected anyway. But for those that don't know League of Legends lore very well, Bilgewater is sort of a pirate hub city. There are stories regarding different types of sea monsters and a series of religion there, but a lot of it's a pirate story. So that's probably what we're going to be looking at. Of course, nothing's for sure, but Bilgewater seems to be the most likely scenario here. But with this, they've already announced the producer for the show is going to be Rose Lam. Her work was as the producer of The Last of Us TV series, which as far as video game adaptations go, was one of the higher rated ones. So hopefully this turns out really good when it comes out in a few years. Hopefully it doesn't do too poorly. But we probably won't see anything for a while because they just announced this. Filming doesn't start until the end of the year, so... But yeah, what are your thoughts on a live-action series? I really like the animation, so I'm not really looking forward to a live-action, but maybe it'll work out. I don't know. And if they do Bilgewater, which is probably the most likely scenario, which of Bilgewater's stories would you like to see? Because there's a lot of stories there, and I think there's a lot of interesting ones. But that's it. Thanks for being here. Do the YouTube stuff. I appreciate it. See ya. Bye.